Hello, traders. Welcome back to the New York session. I hope you can hear me clearly. Hello, traders. Wonderful. I can hear myself, so I know you can hear me. Right. Let's see what we've got on the dollar. Okay, cool. So let's delete that. Get rid of that. Right, so we can see what the dollar has been doing since Monday. For those of you that were with me Monday, I did make mention of where I was watching price. That was a level that I was watching between this high, between there and that was where I was expecting price to bounce off from. Okay, and then we've got that bounce, and obviously I know some of you are not in the VIP, so you didn't have any idea. We did expect price to move higher into where I've marked out today. So in the morning I was looking at this area to see if price will breach it. Once we breach above it, I didn't want price to pause. I wanted price to go through it, and then once we do that, then we should expect price to come back up in here. I'm ignoring this week because this week is just it was news, so I'm ignoring that, and then I'm expecting price to come back here. Right, so that's where I'm expecting dollar to push to for today or maybe tomorrow, and then once we get up here, I think we'll turn around again, and then we'll be looking for a continuation to the downside. All right, the dollar is still bearish. This is just a bounce. Okay, so we're not expecting it to go to the moon. It's just a bounce to retrace, and then we carry on going down. Okay, so on the hourly, I think price has started pausing at that level. That's the gap on the 4-hour. Price has started pausing there. I want to see this is an area, it's a zone, but to be specific, I want to see price come to this red line, which is 92.80. Let's put it at the institutional level, 92.80. Yeah, that's where I want to see price come to, and then maybe we roll over and continue going down. Okay, so if you are considering shorts on the foreign currencies, be mindful, because the dollar is bearish. We've come back into an area of, this is where everyone around the world will, especially the Fibonacci traders, right, they will be all over this thing. Right, once we start hitting this level, they will be all over this thing. So be mindful if you're trying to go short on the foreign currencies, which I'm going to talk about them now. And in the morning I did speak about this level being the first target, and then if there's a continuation of the dollar on the upside, then this would be the second target. It didn't provide any pullback, it just died off. So unless you understand some concepts, or you did catch a high in here, then probably you did chase price. Okay, if you don't understand maybe some smart money concepts, then you wouldn't have got any entry, unless there could be like a an animal pattern like the bat or crab or whatever that lines up with you having a short. If not, then you couldn't have got an entry. I could have, but the time the entry gave me, I was sleeping here. Right, that was 12 midnight. I was sleeping. That was the entry. That's the only entry price gave, and then price just died off. Okay, the daily is still bullish. We've not broken down, so like I said, I'm not expecting this to drop because the dollar is so bearish. So the dollar is going to trade into that 618 level, and then we see more bearishness coming again for a continuation to the downside. Or I could be wrong, and then price will just change direction altogether and then go up. But I don't see that. For me to see that, we need to trade above this high. Then I will be convinced that price is now going to go up. If we don't trade above this high, then I don't see that happening. As far as I'm concerned, we are in a downtrend. Okay, price is just going back up and then it fell back down, going back up and then it fell back down. So this is just a pullback. Yeah, so don't try to look for sells. Don't push your luck too much. What I would rather do is I'll start looking for longs. So in here, again, ignore this wick, right? The opening price of this candle, right, that one, I'll be looking how price will react when price gets there. Okay, why that candle? Because that candle is not a normal candle. It did raid, or it did take out some stops here. Okay, so it's not a normal candle, so there should be some sensitivity around that level. But I'll see how price will trade there. If price gets here and then dollar gets to that level and you start seeing rejection on the dollar, then you can start looking for reasons to buy for a continuation to the upside. So based on, if you're taking it as a swing trade, then you can take it this way. Okay, if you're taking it as a swing trade, you can take it this way and then expect price to push back above this high and a continuation to the upside. Okay, that's if you're taking it as a swing trade. If you're taking it as a day trade, then you need to be patient for price to give you reasons why you have to buy, because with day trades, price might get stuck in here and then not move, and then you'll be stuck in a trade. All right, so if you are not day trading and you want to swing trade this, I'll say be patient and let price give you reasons why it wants to go up before you actually buy it. If not, then just be patient, because price has already moved away. I don't see any reasons to sell short right now. There's no this is an area that if we were bearish, okay, if we were bearish on this pair, then I will consider a short where we are with a stop above this down candle there. If we were bearish, but because we are bullish on the daily, I will not do that. So where price is right now requires patience. Pound, similarly on pound is stronger than euro. That's why pound is not dropping as much as euro is. I've got a few drawings on here for the morning session. So what I was describing is maybe we can get a buy, not a buy, price will push, for me to sell, price should push up in here, then I'll sell it and then come back down, and then price will come back here and then come back down before I look for a buy. But it didn't do none of that. So where we are currently, we are sitting inside a possible swing high formation. Yeah, if today closes as it is, we might see price come back down into this range. Yeah, probably into this down candle here at the 50% at least. Okay, if today closes as it is, they'll probably push price down furthermore into this down candle, and there is a 4-hour level in there that I like, which is, again, ignore this wick, that down candle there, I like that one. So if we do push price back down, that's the level I'll be interested in. I'm not interested in the 50% because this low will be run. Yeah, they will run this low, so then I'll be looking for in here for a possible buy. If this one breaks down, then I have to be patient and wait for price to give me reasons to be a buyer. But as it's coming down, I might consider a long in here. But if this one fails, then I have to be patient and then wait for price to develop new buying opportunities. For now, I don't think there is a short on this because price is stuck between these two resistance areas, so price is not doing anything, as you can see. Yeah, price is not doing anything. But on the daily, like I did mention, if today closes as it is, then we might see price drop into below this 50%. So if today closes as it is, then tomorrow what I can do is maybe look for landing to give me a run up. Yeah, landing to give me a little run up into maybe here. Okay, so if we close as it is, tomorrow landing open, I want to see a little run up to hit this level, and then I'll sell short. If you drop down to the daily, you see that level, this one here. I'll sell short there, and then I'll place my stop loss above this, and then I'll target this 50% low. Okay, so keep these two levels on your chart, especially this one here. Yeah, that one, that low, keep that on your chart. If today closes as it is, then what you can do tomorrow is wait for price to open. It will push up, hit that level, and then you sell short with your stop just above the down candles on the 4-hour, and then you look for a continuation to the downside. Okay, and then you'll be targeting 50%. There's a low down there, you target that, this one here. All right, New Zealand dollar, nothing is happening. They did run the swing high. I'm waiting to see if they can run this low before I consider anything. If not, then I'm not touching this thing because price is not doing much on there. Aussie, this morning we did catch a short up in here. For the members that were with me, okay, so the reason for the short was because they managed to take out this high, and they came down and took out this low, right? That was it. So we sold this, not that one, sorry, this one here. This was the 8 o'clock candle that we were having the session. So as we were having the session, price was in here. Yeah, price was in here. Then I elected to go short. So I'm currently sitting in a short on this one, and I want to see if we can come down to at least the 50% of this range right there. So 50% of this range is right here. So that's where I'm targeting for my short. If we get there, great. If we don't, no worries. As soon as we breach this low, then my stop loss will come to, as soon as we breach this area, my stop loss will come to break even, and then I'll let the trade take care of itself. Yeah, it's far gone now. I don't think there's no need to chase it. And again, the reason why I sold short, we broke that down candle there, and then we also breaking down here, right there, we broke down. So another area to sell short for a continuation to the downside, and my target is down here. It's still bullish, so it might, if it does turn around and stops me out, I understand. I'm just counter trending. This is a counter trend trade, right? It's not going with the trend, but because I understand why it should retrace, that's why I'm going short. Ideally, I have to wait for price to retrace down into maybe in here or down here, then I'll look for reasons to go long again. All right, so if you want, you can wait for price to come down here and then look for reasons to go long. The short opportunity, we've moved away a little bit, but selling here will be like chasing price, okay? And I don't like people chasing price, so just let it go and then wait for the buy. Okay, that's what I can say. Let it go and then wait for the buy. If you want to chase it, then that's entirely up to you. Dollar CAD. So let's go back to the 4-hour. We're looking for, I personally am looking for price to come and take out this high, and then probably that high. Then in the morning, I did discuss about why this rally was expected, and I'll go on to the weekly, and then I'll show you why I was expecting that. So this 2 down candles, that's a double wick rejection, we call it. When that happens, okay, that area becomes sensitive, okay, especially on the weekly time frame. It becomes very sensitive. Plus, because we have a low, a high, a low, and then price went up, it makes this area even more sensitive, right? So when price got here, I was warning people not to sell short, because this thing will snap up and it might catch you off guard, and that's what it did, right? So most of them couldn't get an entry. I did, and there's something I've taught them in the VIP section for them to use to catch an entry like this, because what the entry I caught, if you believe it, fine. If you won't, that's fine as well. But my entry is here. Yeah, that's, I should have got in down here, right, with this run below this low and then buying this, but I was not that confident down there, so I decided to put a buy stop above here so that price would take me with it. Okay, so if you believe, fine. If you don't, that's fine. But that's where I got an entry. Okay, and I took most of the profit off after we took out this high. Okay, I'm still looking for a continuation, not scream up, but at least to take out this high. So in the morning there was a down candle on the hourly, this one here. So I did mention if they want, they can take a long there and place their stop loss below this low, and then take first target there, second target there. Price is still hovering around, so it could be sideways and then a move up. Again, if you're not part of the VIP, you need to join it, because I'm giving them some crazy stuff that they can use to catch. They can use to catch some awesome trades. So the reason why, again, I'm looking for upside objectives is the range that we are trading in, okay, between this high and that low. I'm looking for price to at least trade to the area where most traders will be gathering around, which is the 618 and the 79, but at least the 618. So that's where I'm targeting to see if price will get there, and these highs are just on the way. So if you manage to get an entry here, you take something off at these levels. And let's draw this. So the reason why I've got this line is looking at, if we break this high, then the hourly should continue to be bullish until we break back down again. That's why I've got that line there, to remind me that the hourly is currently bullish. Yeah. Okay, so if you would like, I didn't see this when I was doing, well, I didn't pay attention to it, but this down candle, okay, is still, they've not touched it yet, so the stop has to be below that, because it can come down here and clean this low and then reject and go up. So stop loss has to be below that one, okay, because it's sitting right at where the direction changed. So it could be meaningful, and you don't want to place your stop there because that's where they'll kill you off and then go your way. So stop loss should be below this. Okay, so if they do run this low, which would be perfect, kill these lows and then hit this and then send it up. Euro pound, we have been short since Monday. We have been short since Monday, and I think this thing has got potentials to move further down. So all my members, if you're here, keep hold on to some of your trades and then look for a continuation to the downside. I was doing some high time frame analysis. Remember, I went on holiday, so I haven't got time. I haven't managed to do a lot over the last few days. So I was doing some high time frame analysis this morning, and I see a potential run below this low, and then a trade below here, and a possible, right? That's why I've got this square, a possible run down here. Okay, we can follow the daily trend. Anytime it pulls back, we sell short. Anytime it pulls back, we sell short and target this low. Okay, so if you are still short, hold on to some of it. If price does pull back, this is a level that I'm interested in for another sell, right? I'm interested in another sell up here. So on the 4-hour, it looks like this, like that, just above this high. Okay, if we do manage to come up there, I'll sell it with a stop above here. With a stop above this high. Ideally, I want to see it come up here. If it does get there, brilliant. That will be the best case scenario. Okay, that will be the best case scenario. If we do get up here, then I'll look for a sell for a continuation to the downside, and I hope it does, because if it does this, that would be awesome. Yeah, but the daily is having look where the 4-hour level is nested within this daily up candle. So this daily area might provide support. That's why I want to go short there, right here. That's why I want to go short there, and then my stop goes above there. So if price does indeed come up here, that will be brilliant. Then I'll probably add to my position. Okay, so these are two areas you can have on your chart. And then if price does come to here, you can consider a sell, or you can wait and see, okay, price might push up and then come here, and then you sell short up there. Okay, so have these levels on your chart on Euro pound for a continuation to the downside. And what will negate this trade? If we trade above this high, then the downside is done for now. Then we have to look for upside trades. Okay, but right now, where should price go? We price will come here, but there's going to be a little bit of a pullback before price does that. Yeah, so that pullback, I don't know if it's gonna reach up there, but if it does, that would be good, and then we can sell short again. If not, then we just have to carry on with our sell that we have already. Okay, Aussie New Zealand, we are coming to the level that I did mention. I did mention that I liked in here. So let's see if price will get there, and I will say, so for a trade idea for now will be something like this. Put it there with a stop just below this one, and for the target, right, let's get rid of this. We missed out on that short. Well, I missed out on that short because I was looking for a sell at this candle, and they just raided this and then sent it down. So for target, I probably target that high. Yeah, on the daily it looks like this. They've already been at this low. So for first target, I'll target this, the opening price just before the opening price of that one, and then second target, I'll look for a run above this. The daily is still bullish, right? That's why. So I want to see a turnaround and a continuation on the daily, because this is just a pullback. Okay, this is just a pullback. It's not reversing. We are just pulling back. If we take out this low, then I have to go to the weekly, and then I'll be looking for price to come down even further. So if you do take out or if you do get stopped out on this one, then the weekly should be the one that we should be looking for an area for a buy, and right there we'll be looking for a rate below the 50%. So we'll be looking for a long down here. That's if the daily give away. For now, the daily hasn't, so we stick with the daily, and then we see if price is gonna give us support for a continuation to the upside. So have this level on your chart, and then if you're interested, you can take a long. What you can do again is wait for a swing low to form. If you're not confident buying straight away as price is coming, just wait for price to hit it, something like this. Okay, wait for price to hit it with a down candle, could be a white candle, doesn't matter. Form a swing low like this, push up, and then you can buy any retracement back down in here. That's if you're not confident buying this move to the downside as it's coming now. All right. Aussie yen, there's nothing going on this one, so I'm not gonna speak about it. We still want we want to see higher prices, but price is not doing much. We are still stuck in that Monday's trading. If we do manage to trade down here, then we will be coming down for more retracement, which is at least below the 50% for, yeah, if we do trade below this up candle, okay, we'll be looking for more pullback into somewhere in here, then we'll look for more longs. If not, then do not try to do anything in here, because we are stuck inside this candle. Okay, it's not worth it. Euro yen, let's go into the 4 hour. Yeah, I did mention that if so yesterday I've thought about this couple of, I think last month or 2 months ago, how to flip a trade. If a trade fails, how you can flip it on the other side. So we are buying this down candle, right, with a stop below here. If this one completely dies off, okay, if it dies off and stop you out, you can see it happening, because this candle should hit this and then continue going up. If we die off like this, it's an indication that price is not willing to continue going up. Therefore, you're going to sell this one, because it's two things happening all the time. It's either they are buying with this or they are selling with that. And that's it. They are buying with this or selling with that. So if they are not gonna buy with this one, then they are definitely selling with this. So you sell short there and then target somewhere down here, because price on the daily is now in a range. It's failing to break above, it's failing to close above these highs. Okay, so that is a range. So price is gonna come back inside this daily range, yeah, between this low and that high. So you look for price to come back down into at least 6618. First target is 5.50, and then 618, and then the 70 level. And because they took out highs in here, I'm looking for these lows to be taken, right? So it's far gone now. Maybe tomorrow landing, look for a pullback, and then you sell short. Okay, don't chase it where we are right now, unless there's something that is giving you reasons to sell short. If not, then sit out and then wait for a pullback tomorrow, and then you can sell short. Okay, and then you target this low and that low. That's an equal low. Yeah, this low and that low, that's an equal low. They might come for that one. And then once we get down here, you look for reasons to go long. Maybe after this low is run, it will reject, and then it gives you reasons to go long. New Zealand yen, same thing I've been talking about. For those of you not in the VIP, I've been talking about this gap in here. Yeah, so what we want to see is we want to see a white candle print in there on the daily time frame. There's no white candle in here. It's a gap, so I want to see a white candle print in there. So we probably end up with today's candle printing one, and then maybe tomorrow print another one. And we did catch a trade here, yeah, and then the first target was the middle of that gap between this and that. That's the gap on the daily, so that's the middle. So the trade idea was from here, take something off there, and then you wait for price to get there for your second target, and that should print a daily up candle inside that gap. Okay, but price is far gone. If you want to take a trade again, always protect yourself with the down candle. So you can do this, yeah, protecting yourself with this down candle and looking for target there. All right, so that will be your target. If it does stop you out, then obviously use the technique I've just shared on Euro Yen. Okay, if they are not going to buy with this, they're going to sell with that. So you sell that up candle, and then you look for a bigger pullback, and then you can look for a continuation to the upside. Last week I was not around, but this was a beautiful trade for the long, but I was not here, so it is what it is. Pound yen, this morning we were looking for to see if price will close below this. It's a daily up candle, the same reason I'm giving you on pound. Okay, same thing here. Let me go back to pound and then show you what I mean. So we do have this last up candle. So if today ends up closing like that, then we look for shorts. That's what I was expecting this to do. Okay, in the morning when we're having the session, price was down here. Okay, so I was expecting price to come and take out this low and then close bearish, so that once it does that, then we can look for short for a continuation to the downside, and it has rejected. So the short is out of the window, and then we just be patient to see what today price action is gonna bring. If today ends up being bearish and closing below this low, then we can go in and start looking for shorts back down here. If not, then I don't want to buy where we are. Why wouldn't I want to buy? Because of this. Okay, price is way too high. Yeah, this is where all the selling started from. All this crazy selling, the coronavirus selling, that's where it started from, this last up candle. So I don't want to be buying there. That's just suicide. All right, so that's why, if anything, then consider sell, because the selling pressure up there was very strong, and we might see some selling pressure there again. Right, so the best idea or the best decision to make is either you sit on your hands and do nothing, or you sell short. That's the only two things you can do. But a selling short, it has to give you a reason, and the reason is what I'm sharing with you. Price needs to trade below and close here first, and then once it does that, it gives you it doesn't confirm that it's going down, but it gives you this assurance, or the probability shift on your side. I've been listening to there's this guy Adam. There's a guy on online. I've been listening to him quite a while, and he talks about how to make trading as your casino. Yeah, instead of going to the casino to gamble, you because when you go to gamble, probability is on the side of the house. So how do you make trading your own casino? And the way to make it is to put probabilities on your side. So for you to take a sell, you need to make sure that the probability is shifted, or is yeah, the keyword is shifted on your side before you take the trade. So for the probability to be on your side, price needs to close below here, and then once price closes below here, the probability will be on your side. Give me a second, guys. Okay, sorry guys. You made it right. Yeah, that's baby duties. He is just not giving me any chance to do much today. Okay, that's being a dad, isn't it? Make sure you learn everything you need to learn before you go into being a dad. Um, okay, so for probability to be on your side, right? Price needs to close below here before you can make this your own casino. Yeah, if not, then just wait, be patient. Cardian, this is one of the trades that I'm waiting for patiently. Yesterday I did I did catch a long at the open. Let's go into here. I did catch a long in here. I'm still long, but ideally I want to see if price will come back down here to offer more for me to put more longs on there. I'm looking for price to go where's my TP2? Way up there. Yeah, that's where my, so this is a swing trade idea. Right there. Okay, that's a swing trade idea, and that's where I'm looking for price to go to with the first target in there. I wanted to see if price will come down a little bit more into the middle of this candle, right? If you measure the open to the low, right, to the middle, and then offer more buys before pushing up, but it seems like it's not doing it. Today what I did was on the 4-hour, they did run some stops in here. Yeah, with this swing low, they did run some stops. So I was watching to see if they can break this swing high on the hourly, and if they do that, then I'll add my longs onto it, because this run down was just to run stops. So then they will keep going up. So if they do break and close above this, right, then I'll be adding my longs, and I'll just hold on to this forever. Okay, so my first target is here, because I did get an entry yesterday at that level here. So my first target, it will be this one, and then I think there was a level on the daily. Nope, there's nothing. So once we break, yeah, this one here, that will be another place I'll take something off, and then that'd be TP3. Okay, so if you want to join this, be patient and wait for price to close above this swing high. Yeah, this whole move to the downside, wait for price to close above it, and then once price closes above it, you can place your stop here and then add your longs and take something off here, take something off and then take something off there, and then you take something up here. Okay, so that's pound CAD yen. We have been long since this morning. That was a beautiful entry. So it's similar to what we are looking at, the CAD yen. So this is what I'm looking for. On the 4-hour, price came all the way down to take out this low and then reject it. Once price closes above this, okay, you can buy or you can wait for retracement. So yesterday I didn't catch this long, and I couldn't catch this long as well, because when this long happened, it happened I think around 10. I was doing daddy's duty, so I didn't see none of this. And then this morning when we're having our session, price came all the way down and offered another possible buy, and our members did catch it. I personally, I didn't. I did short the Aussie. Yeah, so that's where my trade is. It's the same thing: pound Aussie, dollar Aussie, all is Aussie. So I prefer the short. Yeah. So if you're here and you like, I don't think it's necessary to get in now. They did run this stop, so the best entry would have been to buy in this down candle. Okay, and once we finish this session, I'm gonna give you guys something to go and practice. Okay, I did share with my members, but I feel moved to share with those of you that are not part of us, so that you can I'll entice you to come and join us, because there's more to learn. Okay, so that was the trade. New Zealand, we are not doing anything. Pound New Zealand, we are not doing anything yet. I like a level on the 4-hour, which is offering a bounce right now. This one here. Okay, that's the one is offering a bounce. And I did mention that if they did like, okay, they can be bold and buy this where it is now, and then look for a continuation to the upside. But I don't trade this way anymore. Before I used to trade like this, but now I trade this way. I want to wait for price to give me reasons why it wants to continue going up. Here it hasn't given me any reason. Okay, and that's why I didn't participate in this. I wouldn't even have bought this. If I was going to take any trade, this would be the one that I would take. Okay, so on here again, you can buy it if you want. It can push up, that's entirely yours, but I don't like trading that way anymore. I would rather wait for this high to be taken, or at least the daily on the hourly, maybe this high to be taken, and then once it takes out this high, then I'll wait for retracement, just like Pound Aussie did. Okay, take out the low, break it, come back down, retracement, then you buy. It's all about being patient, and price will reward you. New Zealand CAD, I like. Again, I was doing high time frame analysis, and this thing should continue going up. It could continue going up. Okay, we do measure this. My members will know why. We do measure this and then look for upside objectives. So the highest it should get to is there. I was waiting to see if price will come into that blue line and offer a buy, right, with a stop below here. The reason being, I want to buy below the 50%. Yeah, so if I buy below the 50%, my stop loss goes right down here, and then I should see price come. It's a 2-to-1, which is not bad. You can keep a piece on to see if price can come all the way to this last up candle. That's also fine as well. Okay, but the entry, what I want to see, that's being a father. Okay, so yeah, I want to see price come here, and then I'll look for a long and then take me up there. If this low gives up, then my members will know what to do. I just shared it with you guys on Euro Yen. Okay, if they fail to buy with this, they're gonna sell with that. Okay, it's as simple as that. Okay, they are doing one or the other. If they fail to buy with this, they're gonna sell with that. So if this one fails, then you're looking down here. Okay, Aussie CAD, this one is different. It failed to trade above the down candle, so this one is just weak, so price is going back down. The daily is bullish, so I like the fact that it's coming back down. The weekly is also bullish, so I like what price is doing right now. It's offering discount. Okay, it's like someone is selling something and it's offering it in a discount, so price is coming down for a discount. So how far? If we trade below 50%, I'll start hunting for longs. Yeah, so 50% is down here. If we get down there, I'll start hunting for longs. All right, so let's see if price we get. This is a good one. Yeah, this is not a sell. It's coming down for retracement, because this is what Elliott wave traders will call it A. Right, this is I don't know how they call it, but yeah, this one. So this is A, B, then C, something like that, and probably D and then E. Okay, so this is the impulse, so this is a retracement. Then we get the same distance from this low to that high, wherever the low will form, we multiply, we add it to the low that will form here, and then we expect another expansion. Okay, so this drop is good. If you didn't catch a short, no worries. Just be patient and let it drop to where it needs to drop to, and then price should offer opportunity to go long. Let's see on the 4-hour. Another tip is, anytime you measure your fib in a range, okay, wherever you find a swing low at the 50%, look for price to take out that low. So the swing low at the 50% is this one here. So maybe we could see this thing drop below this low, and then once that low is taken, then you start looking for reasons to go long. Okay, that's a little tip for you guys. Because we have a swing low, usually price doesn't go from this 50%. It rarely does. Okay, if it does, then the buy pressure is there's a lot of buying pressure going on. That's why it will hit the 50% and then push higher, but it rarely does it. So if it doesn't, then that low at the 50% will be attacked, and then once that low is taken, you now see price rejecting and then see price going higher. Okay, so watch this one. It's a very good pair in my eyes. I'm hunting for longs, so you can also do so. Okay, Euro Z, there's nothing to do on this one at the moment. I think price is stuck in this range, so do not do anything. If I'm gonna give you an if statement, right? Watch this high and this low. Okay, so they have run this low. Okay? If price goes up, take this one out. Okay, which is what I was looking for yesterday, but I didn't like all this up movement. It wasn't convincing. Right, this move is just like it's not institutional for me, but anyway, it is what it is. If you see a huge candle break this high, like you want to see a big candle like Aussie, pound Aussie, yeah, something like this. Yeah, if you see that break this high, then wait for price to come back down to this down candle and then buy it. Okay, yeah. Not short, long. So what you want to see is price to do this, right, with an up candle, close above it, here above that high. It needs to close above it, not a wick. It needs to close. Okay, once you see that closure, wait for price to come back inside to this down candle, the high, and then buy it, and then look for upside objectives. Okay, that is what I have on this for now. Okay, just bear with me. Let me see what the dollar is doing, because I think dollar is moving into my area of interest, which is let's go back to this one. Right, it's coming into the area of interest, and my Aussie should be dropping. Perfect. So my stop should be at break even. It should be doing that automatically for me anyway. So that's okay. Let's go back to Euro New Zealand. Euro New Zealand, again, another good pair that I'm watching for a long while. Weekly is bullish, so I'm looking for a possible long. Okay, where I don't know where it's going to form it. We've gone below that 618. If I drop down to the daily, you're gonna see what I've just talked about. See this swing low, where is it? This one here, this low, that is that 50% low that needs to be run. Yeah, this is that one there that needs to be run. Once they run that low, further down movement is just, this is just going for more orders. It's going to go down into a specific level. I think in here is ideal. In there will be an ideal area to start hunting for longs. Okay, so watch this pair as well. This one, that one, and that one. Yeah, these three pairs, watch them, because this one, the daily is bullish. That one, daily is weekly is bullish. Let's go on the weekly. Yeah, weekly is bullish. The daily is also bullish at the moment. Until we take out this low, we are still bullish. Give me a second, let me shut this boy down. Okay, so watch. I turn his thing down and then he turns it back up again. There's no point trying again, is it? Right. So we do have. He's just. Oh dear. Okay. Right. So this one, the weekly, is bullish. So that's why I've got this level there. But I want to see a break first before I do any business on this one. Okay. You can buy if you want, and with a stop, if you're not scared of taking a loss. I personally, I like for it to break first. If that gives up, then we'll be looking for down here. I don't think it should, but in case it does, that's where you should be looking, down here for a long. The fact that this one is trading down here means this will not come that far. Okay, the reason why, this is something a bit technical. The reason why this is being held up here is because pound is strong. Yeah, that's why it's being held there, and euro is weak, so this one is going for a deeper retracement. At the same time, pound New Zealand is the pound is strong than the New Zealand, so this is being held up here, whereas this one is weak against the New Zealand, so this is going for a deeper retracement. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Okay, so watch this area. I'm all over this one. I'm all over this one. Once we get down there, it's just too juicy not to buy it down there. And I think that's it. If you do have any pair you want me to look at for you, send it. Let me have a look. As usual, I do look at gold, so we're gonna have a look at what gold is doing. XAU USD. And before I jump on there, I did ask this question in the morning. What do you think gold should be doing? Should gold be going up or gold should be going down? And the answer should be down. There we go. Yeah. Why should it be going down? I did explain in the morning why this thing is going down. In the way I was trained, okay, we look for, let's delete this. Oh, I'll leave this one on. I'll talk about it. I'll talk about all these. I'll talk about all these ones. Yeah. Where I was trained, we look for these kind of moves, wait for price to come back, rebalance, and then continue going down. So the same thing, we had this move down, price came back up, rebalance, and it should continue going down. That's why I knew that this thing should be falling. Okay. How far is it? How far should it go? I think it should come back down and take out this low and continue going down. Why? Because the 4-hour was bullish and now we have broken down again. So the 4-hour has now resumed its bearishness, and that will continue the daily's movement. So if the daily is bearish, then it's gonna continue going down. Yeah. So for now, the first target should be down here, this gap. this low gap in there, that's where price should drop into. If price does end up closing, see this, how price came all the way down and then rejected, is failing to close below this candle, right? So if we do manage to close below this candle, that's it. You can use that candle to sell short and look for a continuation to the downside. Okay, but we need to close below first. So this 4-hour candle, we've got 3 hours more to go. If it does end up closing below, you can use this down candle and sell short and look for downside objectives. Bitcoin, for my members, what should Bitcoin be doing? What should Bitcoin be doing? Should be doing. Okay, so in the morning, price came here, and I did mention that we should look for a long, okay, and look for first target there, second target there, and price has just broken down. So price has failed to push higher again. So where do you think price should drop now? There. Why? Because it's failing to push higher. We've cleaned out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days trading with 1 day. That's a lot of bearishness in there. I didn't see Bitcoin going up. Okay. This level up here is a high time frame level that is really, really strong. Okay. We are still traded inside this range between this high and that low. So I don't know how to put it, but right now Bitcoin shouldn't go up, right? Even though I said in earlier, we've closed above this high and it should continue going up. It's just too pumped up. Yeah, in a short period of time it's been pumped up and we have hit a high time frame level. So for it to continue going up, it's just not possible. Yeah, just like where gold is right now, it's not possible for gold to continue going up. It's similar to this. Okay, we've gone up too quick. This was too quick. Even though that's what a lot of people want, this is too quick. So I still fancy seeing Bitcoin here and then even down here. Okay, that is my first objective, and down here will be my second, and then only I can say, okay, Bitcoin is allowed to go back up again. All right, so all those Bitcoin fans, it's not looking good for you unless if you're not investing in the actual Bitcoin for it to appreciate, for you to make money, then this thing is not in your best interest at the moment. So my short still stands. I still fancy, okay, let's say they stop me out, so I'm going to use this up candle to sell again. Okay, so my sell is now this, and with this move to the downside, that's a strong sign of bearishness. Okay, so we should see Bitcoin attack this equal low. So tomorrow, sell short here. If it does open and rally back up there, sell short. Why? If they are not going to buy with this, they're going to sell with that. Simple as that. Okay, let's have a look at silver. I haven't looked at this in ages. That's 2020. Where was it? 2019. In here, I was selling silver. Was it here? Yeah. 2019. Yeah. No, sorry. I think it was 2018. Yeah. Can't remember. Is it 2019? One of them. I think I was selling either somewhere down in here or selling down in here, and then price screamed against me. can't remember which year. I've kind of deleted that memory. There. I think my techniques are working. I delete some bad trades that I've done in the past. All right, so looking at silver, I think this thing is sideways. It's too sideways for you to trade it. The one gold is more cleaner than this one, if that's a word. Yeah, gold is more clean than this one. The daily, we drop down quickly, and then price needs to come back and rebalance this up candle, and then Alright. There. Alright, so we have taken out this high, okay, and we have rebalanced this, so we should see a move to the downside. That's what I want to communicate, but this little boy is just on my case today since morning. Right, there's some nice equal lows in here, so I might target those lows. What you can do, we've broken below this, so that should offer support for a continuation to the downside. There's some clean equal lows in here that price might sit there. So look for these equal lows to be run. This down candle should support price and send price continuation to the downside. This is another candle as well that once we close below, that should also support price for continuation to the downside, right? If it does break above this, then silver is gonna continue going up. I don't see that, but if it does happen, then you know what to do. Just keep buying. Okay. Any other thing you want me to look at for you before I go and discipline my little boy? Any pair anyone wants me to look at before I go and discipline my little boy? That's all from you. Okay, cool. Right, let me leave you guys with this piece of tip on where New Zealand card. Cool. There we go. Let's see if I can find it. Right there. Okay, this is a little gift from me to those that are not part of the VIP or those that are not part of the Discord group. If you're not part, just hit the Discord group link and then just join us for free. And then if you like what you're seeing, then you can join us for the first month. I think you get 50% off for the first month, and then after the first month you make your own decision with what you see with us. Okay, but I'm gonna give you something for you to go and practice with, and then come back next week Monday and testify if you did see anything like that. So what do you do on any time frame? Okay, but I'm going on the 5 minutes because I did trade this yesterday on this one, not this one. I traded it on the dollar card, but it's the same thing. So what I'm showing you is this one here, right? you are looking, and it works on I've trained my eyes on the buy side. Okay, on the buy side. I've not trained my eyes on the sell side. I've noticed that I'm more a buyer than a seller, if you get what I mean. Most of you have not probably realized that. If you double check yourself, you realize that you find it easy finding buy trades than sell trades, or find selling trades than buy trades. It's everyone is different, but my eyes find buying trades very, very easy. Selling is a bit awkward for me, so I do more buying than selling. So what you'll be looking for is, you're looking for a run below an old low, right? Basically it's a stop run, but you need to pay attention with the candles that's the run. Okay, so anywhere on the chart you can do it. 5 minutes, 1 hour, 15 minutes, you can do it on any time frame. Okay, what you're looking for is a run on stops on a fractal low. What do I mean by a fractal low? You want to see this kind of low. Okay, it has to be fractal. That's a swing low, or that's a swing high. Okay, so if you're gonna train your eyes to see the sells, that's the high you need to see. If you're training yourself to see the buy, that's the low you want to see. Okay, sometimes you have to make the chart big for you to know that this was a swing low. So this, that, and that is a swing low. Okay, 1, 2, 3, that's a swing low, and then price will come down and raid it, or take the stops below there. I don't see any stops there, but that's how I tell myself that there's stops there. Okay, once you see this and then price comes back up and rejects, the best ones you're going to use, or the best one you need to use, is when the down candle, okay, this down candle does the running. Okay, if this down candle does the running and then reject, okay, so this one does the running and then reject, the next candle needs to be an up candle, and that up candle should go above this high. Okay, it should go above it. It can raid it and come back, but the next candle there has to be a close above it. If there's no close above it, don't buy it. Okay, if there's no close, this one can come all the way up, raid it, and then come back and close above it. That's fine. Or, pardon me, this one can come all the way up and close above it, and that's also fine. There needs to be a close above it. If price doesn't close above it, it doesn't qualify. Okay, so once price closes above it, you go immediately to that down candle's open. Okay, you go to the opening price of that candle, because this is not a normal candle. This is a candle that raided. Okay, it took a low, it took a swing low. Then once price goes up, comes back, you are buying this open price, and your stop goes below there. Why? Because price has already done the business down here, so it's not necessary for price to come back down here. Therefore, price should continue to expand up, and this was the rest. There was another one in here. Yeah, we have a swing low, we raid it, price closes above it, and then price comes back down into the opening price, and that's another entry. And yesterday, this is what happened. So if you do it on the 5 minutes chart, this is your reward. Yeah, that's over 14.5. Yeah, and that's what I did on dollar card, and I told you I didn't buy here. I placed my stop, my entry here. Yeah, I didn't buy there. That would have been the trade of the month, because that would have given me, I think, over that would have given me over 16 yeah, and it's still going up anyway, right? So I would have been probably sitting in there, almost 18, getting to, if we do take out the highs that I did mention, that's where I'll be sitting right now. Okay, very, very, very powerful thing that I'm sharing with you guys. Okay, so I got an entry right here. So I'm sitting in what? Right now I'm sitting in 5 hour. Is that it? Yeah, that's what I'm sitting in right now. Okay, I'm still long on this one. So you can see how powerful what I've shared with you. You can go and practice it, and you can train yourself with the sell side. I haven't done the sell side, so don't ask me about the sell side. It's the same thing. I can show you an example of it. It's the same thing, but it's just that I haven't trained myself with the sell side. So so we do have, right, this one rating, and the opening price of the up candle right there, that's your entry. Okay, that will be your entry, and then you should look for price to expand down. You can use the wick. Okay, I don't like with this pattern, I don't like the wick. I like the opening price. Why? Because for so many reasons that I can explain here, I like the opening price. If price doesn't come to the opening price, to me, I don't like it. But again, I have trained my eyes with the buys a lot, so that's why I'm familiar with the buys, not the sells. So you can train yourself with the sells, and it should be easy to kind of find them. Okay, so with that, I think I'm gonna end here. If you did catch the long, well done for listening. If you didn't, then you missed out on this move. Okay, so that is my gift for all the free members, and if you like, just join us, and then you're gonna see more of this in the VIP session. I'm gonna end here, and I wish you all the best. And for the VIP members, I'll see you tomorrow morning in for London session, and afternoon for New York session. For the free members, I will see you guys on Monday at 1:30. All right, and forgive my son for disturbing us. Until then, take care.